So the Belmont. So when you think back to that final stretch, what goes through your mind now when you think about it?
It was such relief.
Really?
It was such relief of all of the people that don't have the courage to tell you to your face what they really think or really feel about you. And again, these are all their issues and their thoughts. And so I'm very careful, and as I've gotten older, really clearly understanding that the no's that people give you are often don't have anything to do with you. It's where they are. And so a lot of people ask, oh, it must be so much more pressure now, so much more this, so much more that. I'm like, no, actually it was, there's that last 50 yards or so where no one's coming by him, where you're like, holy crap, this is like happening. And that 50 yards literally felt like the longest stretch of time in my life. Because you're like, just wire, come on. There's certain races where the wire can't come fast enough, and certain races where you're like, wait, don't come yet, my horse is coming. So in that moment, it was it couldn't come fast enough at that point because you're there. And it was like, finally, okay, we did this. Like, this happened. And just the first thought was just being so happy for the team and just so like, you guys did this. Like, John believed in this horse from day one, and he believed in the girl, and he believed in our team. And so that was like the whole in that moment. And, we've jokingly talked about now and how, like, when I looked over to one side, Fiona, my assistant, who's very Irish and very strong, and I look over at her and I'm expecting to see her like, and she's bawling. And I'm like, oh crap, you're not supposed to be crying right now. And then like, I look to my other side and my fiance is standing there and I'm expecting him to be like, yeah. And I look over at him and he's bawling. And I'm like, oh crap. The two people that I expected to be like,
the rocks.
They're like, waterworks. And I'm like, I gotta get it together. I gotta get it together. Oh crap. And so it was literally in that moment that, you just kind of pulled in. And I think in that moment, taking some of what you've learned about me here in the hardest of times is you just transform her a little bit and just pivot. Got this. Okay, game on. Because we've won this race now. But now I know, because there was already a camera up my nostrils the whole time. Now I know there's gonna be a microphone coming not far behind it. I've watched enough of these things to know how this is gonna pivot pretty quickly here. And it was just shifting modes in that point, and you enjoy that for the second, but you've got more business to handle at that point. I'm watching my horse gallop out, making sure he's okay and everyone's well and good, and how he's coming back. And they usually do the interview with the jockey. And they do that also to give time so all the horses can get, unsaddled and go back. So all these things are playing in the background of my head, understanding what's going on, but also having to stay super present in that moment to handle our business. And so the immediateness of it, though, was just, it was such a huge relief of the little girl can do it.
What did Fiona say to the horse before? Because I heard you say that you watched her talking to that horse before the race.
I think all of us had, our own little moments. I just appreciate the relationship that the horse gives us. And so, like, when you ask the question, like, I get the flashback of being able to go hang out in the stall with him when he's sleeping or laying down, and us having our personal moment, and when Fiona was able to have her personal moments. And so everyone's had their time with the horse to be able to lean in and tell him the fly's gone, or the bee. Just to be able to have that personal moments with him of letting him know that you believe in him